Morning. Right, oh, you can't even see me. Hold on. Let me. You're very precariously balanced on a desk, so just stay still. Don't move. Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm planning a whole crafting day today. I'm going to have to block that light out because it's blinding you. Yeah. So I want to do some gel printing. I need to sort out a lot of stuff. I can't see everything. Oh, it's so professional in this place. Is that better? Oh my lordy, yes, that's much better. Yeah, I need to put these things on to our Discord group. If you're not in it and you see these and you want them, obviously just let me know. I've made another one of these wrap around. I'll get closer. One of these things. Uh, Sewing wrap type thing. I used a vintage hanky there, so that's pretty cool, that one. I like that one, and that's for your needles. You're not even seeing, are you? So anyway, I've got some, I'm going to put these on. The other two you will have seen, which are the sort of Indians inspired one, and this one, which I love the bee. Anyway, yeah, so that's those. So those three. This the flip flop little mini journal. I don't know if I showed you the closure in the end. I had this. Try and get it a bit closer. I had this sort of. I don't even know how to describe it. It's card, but I cut them on the Cricut, and I sort of saw it on my desk and played around with it, and I managed to make a little holder thing. So that was rubbish, wasn't it? Yeah, so they need to go on. I've also been this. I don't know if you remember this. When I did the heat transfer paints, I did it on this piece of fabric which was already pre-quilted. So I took this with me. I don't know, was I babysitting the dog? I don't know. And I just did an absolute ton of slow stitching. I don't know if you can even, yeah, there you go. See, I slow stitched all around the panels, and I slow stitched on little bits of fabric and stuff like that. So I've put a handle on it, and it opens like so. It's all lined and everything, of course. But yeah, it's a really unusual pouch. But as I say, it is completely hand stitched. So I don't know what price to put on it, I'll be honest with you. But there you go, that's that one. And then I did this one. I picked up a vintage hexie quilt, I think it was originally. Anyway, it was vintage, and I made a, well, as you can see, a bag with loads of strings on it, of course. Yeah, so I just put the zip on. I lined it with eyelet fabricy stuff. So it's all hand stitched. I stitched all. Well, these were already stitched. I didn't stitch these together. These were already done, but the rest of it I've hand sewn all around. But I did machine stitch the zip on because I wanted that to be strong. So yeah, it's a really unusual one. I'll never make another one. It's a one-off. So that'll be going on as well. I'm also going to put on. I made these years ago. Poinsettia table runner. It was yeah, a piece to piece. But yeah, that's going to go on as well. I just had a bit of a sort out in my Etsy drawers basically. So and I don't even think I'd ever listed these. So this is a hot pad again with a poinsettia. It's got a sort of a sparkly voile over the top. It's all, I don't know if you can pick up, it's all machine embroidered around. I think it was, oh, they were silk flowers, and I've embroidered around and done, that stuff anyway. Yeah, so that's that. It's a very unique one-off thing, but it's felt on the back. So yeah, cool. So they all need to go on and listed. The the Ort brooches are already on there. Again, they're £5, but they're all hand stitched. It took me hours to sit and do the blanket stitching and everything else. So yeah, I'm really naughty at undervaluing my work. I'm going to stop doing it basically. This I'm going to turn into a mini journal. This is a piece of machine embroidered fabric, but I've never actually done anything with it. So that I'm going to make some pages for and turn that into a journal. This thing, I made it as a prototype, and what it is, it took me forever to make, I've got to tell you. It is a needle, knitting needle holder case type thing. Yeah, I saw a design years ago. Again, I can't even remember where, but basically you've got lots of little pockets here for your knitting needles or pens or paintbrushes. It doesn't really matter what it's for. It is what, yeah, it'll hold anything really. But I never really sort of went into making them. So, but it's a really heavy duty wrap basically. So it'll wrap down like that. So again, yeah, you could put paintbrushes in there. Pens if you got, well, I don't, bit big for pens, but paintbrushes, whatever, knitting needles. Yeah, so there we are. So that's it so far. I'm planning to do a lot of gel printing today. I want to gel print a load of fabric because the 2 pouches that I had made from gel printed fabric have now gone to new homes and they're being loved, which is brilliant. So I've got excuse me, I've got one more bit. Was that 1 or 2? Oh, hold on, I've got 2. I've got 2 pieces here that I've done previously. You can't even see the pattern. Yeah, there is a pattern on there. Can't really see it, it's quite plain. But what I think I might do is do some more pattern on top, if you like. They're lovely and soft. So yeah, so I need to do some gel printing on those. So this all needs to move. Oh, the other things that are going on, I don't know, I'm going to try these. Let me just shift these onto my other desk. These are gel printed, I don't know if it's going to get really glary. They're gel printed backgrounds, you can't really see. Yeah, so they're little picture frames. They're gel printed papers, and then this one has got feathers. Let me just turn it there, you see. Yeah, so I've done like mini print collage type things in there basically. It's got a glass front. They're all wrapped up with cellophane. So yeah, so I've had them all packaged for years and I've never got around to taking them to a show with me. So I'm going to try those on Discord. I don't know if I'd be happy about sending these internationally, but I guess if they're well padded and in a box, you know, they're all ready to hang up basically. So this is a flower, as you can probably see. I'll do some proper photos and then yeah, so they were very successful gel prints, those ones. That one has the word inspire up the top there. I don't know if you can make that out. So that's that one, and then I did this big one again years ago, and this is all ready to go. And it's if you're lucky enough to be different, never change. So it's a little birdie. It's hard to get without a reflection on it. As I say, that's the gel print background, which is very successful. So yeah, I love them. But as I say, I used to forget to keep taking them to physical shows, you know, where you actually can see them, as it were. Yeah, so they've been sat in my downstairs cupboard forever. So we'll try those. That's it really. I'm planning to sort of do bits and bobs throughout the day with you. I hope that's all right. Just a day of crafting, and you can see what shenanigans I get up to. I want to use this on something. It's a diva that I made. She's made out of scrap fabrics. You're probably not getting a very good... Hang on. Yeah, so I want to put her on something. I don't know what. A bag of some sort. It was a project I was going to do with you, but I wasn't sure if it was something people would like, I'll be honest with you. So anyway, we'll put her on something. Again, I keep finding her sort of laying around. So and then I did some lino prints, and I've embellished them, but I didn't like the black, so I've done them in this sort of lighter green, and I just need to get around to doing that with that, and then I can sell the lino prints. So, but that I want to use that on something, so I've been playing around with what I can do with that. So What else have we got here? Oh, I don't know if you remember this little robin. I did it as part of Rachel's, yeah, because it was the the faux cyanotope background, sorry, with a little robin. I thought it'd make a lovely front of a Christmas journal type thing. So I want to do something with that. Oh, this is a project that just isn't working out. I bought, can't remember what it's called. Hang on, what are you called? Charming Circles. I bought the ruler. I don't know why, it was a bit of a spur of the moment thing. But yeah, it makes patchwork well, you cut the circle, you put a square inside, and then you flap the edges over, and it makes makes a patchwork bit shaped like that, basically. I just haven't got around to using it, I'll be honest with you. I got the squares cut to go inside, which is a William Morris fabric, and I just haven't got around to cutting the circles, so it was quite simple. I'll put them in there with that, and then I know they're all together. That's just a random bag that I use. So yeah, my idea is I'm cleaning the decks. You can't even see properly. I will move you down. So that needs papers. That's the floorboard, by the way. I've got a really, yeah, noisy one there. Right, let me angle you down now. You don't have to look at my face anymore. Ooh, there we are. I'll give you a walk around the old, the new craft room layout. So, yeah, so I want to decorate on those. I bought some new or more canvasy type fabric, which I think it's called Osenberg or something. So I've got is it 1 metre or 2 metres of that. It prints lovely on actually, and it's really nice to make my bags with. I've also, that's another piece of similar, well, same stuff actually, and I've also got this thicker one, but I seem to remember, oh no, that's okay. Yeah, I thought it might have been too thick. So basically I want to get a load of stuff made and, well, printed. I want to get the printing done. The making is the, you know, for me it's the quick part. I've just been watching a girl actually. She was doing a vlog in her studio, if you like, and she was making pouches, and she was moaning like hell about making pouches. And I thought, I love making pouches, what's the problem? So yeah, this is a newish well, it's a new piece of fabric to me, but I have printed on this stuff before. So anyway, I shall get set up for gel printing. I need to cover the deck, and yeah, I'll come back and we'll do some gel printing. See you in a bit. Right, we're all set up. There's a rather noisy dog room going on next door. That's the only trouble being back in this room. I think I'm going to put the big light on again because I'll be standing in the way of the light. Yeah. Right, I'm just going to cut some fabric. I've got my gel plates under here. I'm just protecting it with a bit of card. I don't want to get all these shreds of fabric on there. Just shift you out of the way for a minute. Okay. I like to cut them roughly to size of the gel plate. So let's just expose it for a moment. Right, I will be speeding quite a lot of this up for you. I'm standing on stuff. Right, that's better. Yes, I probably won't do a lot of chatting. I'm going to use the GAC 900, which is a fabric medium. It makes the paints more fluid, and it kind of makes it sink into the fabric easier, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Right, I'm going to carry on doing this and put you on a bit of fast forward. Right, let's start doing some printing. I was going to cut that, but I thought actually what I might do, threads, is print that lower half. I don't know, maybe do something up there as well. Don't know, we'll work that one out when we get there. Right, so the next bit is just going to be paint and the GAC stuff, the fabric medium. Got my two brayers here, two favourite ones. I've got some brayer off sheets. I've never found a problem with the fabric medium going onto paper, it's fine. So I've got two whole sheets of stickies here, because what I'm going to do is brayer off on them just completely randomly, and then afterwards go in and doodle, and then I'll have ready to go stickers, if that makes sense. I've also got out some what's it called, tracing paper, because I thought that would be quite different. I say I want to make a couple of journals, and then I've got some plain white paper here, which again I can brayer off onto. Right, I'm going to stop yabbering and get printing. I'm still trying to get through these goldens, so I'll use those for now. I'm hoping there's not too many shadows. I can't get you any closer, I don't think. No, you'll probably see all right up there. Anyway, I'm just going to sort of spend the day doing this, and I thought I'd bring you with me because you're just that lucky. I hope you can hear me all right. Right, I'm going to play, speed you up, and we'll see what we've got at the end. Just going to do backgrounds. Ooh, first of all. Does make it very liquid. Right, okay. I've got one more bit of fabric to do, so I thought I'd do that a bit raw with you. Oh, I've got a sneezing fit. Yeah, they're coming out really different. I think I prefer the golden fluids on. Yeah, I don't know really. I shouldn't say that because I like it all, I'll be honest with you. They just seem to mix a lot easier, but then I didn't really give them much of a chance, did I? So I'll shut up. So yeah, I'm getting close to the end of some of these paints. I don't know whether you saw with the white one, I've put, which has now disappeared on me. Yeah, well, I put the fabric medium in it, and I thought, well, I can use the very last drops of that then, and yeah, and then that'll be them gone. But I mean, you know, they're easily replaced. And I probably will do, actually, to be fair, because I do like the amount of pigment that you get out of the golden paints. I know they're blooming expensive, but you know, it is, you get what you pay for. It's like everything in life, isn't it? So yeah, anyway, yeah, so much paint on there. Okay, getting some interesting runoff sheets. I'll show you those in a second. Let me just pick this up. This is literally the first layer, as you've probably sussed. They're just to give the fabric a background, and then I'll go in with stencils. I might do the stencils on the gel plate. I might do them off the gel plate, because sometimes I get better results if I do them off, as in crisper, cleaner prints, basically, which is what I did with the last lot that I had with my number stencil. I sponged through black paint with that medium in it, and that just seemed to work an absolute treat. So yeah, so there we are. Yeah, nice. Sorry, you didn't even see that one. I'll show you them all, don't worry. Yeah, that fabric medium makes absolutely no difference on paper. You don't even feel it at all. So, which is why I'm quite happy to do clean-up sheets like that, basically. So, yeah. I thought it would make it sticky, but it doesn't, basically. So, which is a very nice happy accident type thing. Or yeah, I want some papers. Yeah, I told you, didn't I? I'm going to do some Christmas journals, just a couple of little ones, nothing spectacular. So, right, I'm going to go and clean up. We'll give that fabric a minute to dry. I think that's all I'm going to do for today, because what was that, about nine pieces, I think. So yeah, I'll just I'll lay those all out here. We'll get those drying. Had a huge paint goober there. Don't quite know why that happened. Oh, I've got the sniffles now. I hate having the sniffles. That was a nasty paint goober. Yeah, I think I'll definitely get some more golden paints, but it's just affording it at the moment. So, yeah, I know you all know what that's like. You just got to take things steady. I've got a lot of Pebeo paints, and you know, to be honest, I don't need to buy them. I just want them because they're amazing. Right, I'm going to clean up, lay all the fabrics out. We'll have a quick look, and then I'll get on and do some paper painting with you. So let me just stop the video and I'll be back. Right, quick peek at the fabrics. They're all laying out, drying at the moment. So all good fun. I say they've got to have their final finals. You know what I mean. So yeah, that's those. And then on the other desk are these three, as I say, laid out, drying. They shouldn't take too long actually. It's turned out really warm today, so yeah. So I'm gonna go and get cleaned up, and then we'll because I'm a bit, you know, red hand gang, and we'll get on and do some papers. We'll be long. Right, before I get onto the papers, I've just remembered I've got all these canvas blanks. I think I got these off of Amazon. I can't remember, but I thought I'd print those up as well because they're just sat in a drawer otherwise. And then I've got a bigger one here, and I think they were sets of 3. Again, I'm pretty sure they were Hobbycraft. Does it actually say? No, but they're nice size, you know. I can put those out as little knitting bags. And I also found these. I remember these were Hobbycraft, but they are bum bags, belt bags, fanny packs, wherever you're from. In this country we don't say that because fanny has a whole different meaning. Yeah, so I don't know, I haven't tried printing these. I've got 3 of these, but yes, these were definitely Hobbycraft. Knit and stitch. I don't know why you would use that for stitching because it's a bum bag, but anyway, I might not do those. I might think of something else for those. I'm not that enamoured. I don't even know why I bought them. They were probably cheap, knowing me. So I'm going to print these. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And these are quite nice. These are perfect size as little pencil cases. They're not lined, which is a bit of a pain, but I usually line mine when I make them. So, but you know, I can put them out at a couple of quid each or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's slap some paint on. Let's carry on doing what we're doing. I can't open the window, unfortunately. That dog room is still ongoing and it's very, very noisy. Yeah, again, I think I'll speed you up again. I've got the papers all ready to print up here, but let's get these done, and then they're out of my cupboard. And, you know, they can be useful then, can't they? There we are. Right, GAC 900. And paints, what should we do? Let's go with the neons. Excuse me. Got a right tickly cough this morning. I think I'm coming down with a cold, which I'm not very happy about, quite frankly, but you know. Right, let's just slap some paint on. So I think what I need to do is do sort of that size, print one side, and then print the other. Or shall I get my smaller plate out? No, because I want, no. Yeah, I think I'll just sort of do that. Yeah, the paint's going to go on the zip. I could put masking tape on there actually. Right, let me pause you. I'll find some masking tape. Back in a tick. Eventually found the masking tape. Yeah. Well, after the room change around, I'm still trying to get used to where everything is. So I'm hoping you can hear me. Oh, I've knocked you a bit wonk. Oh well, I'm sure you'll be fine. I'll just cover those a little bit. I don't really want it going on the zip. It'll look very scruffy if it does. Yeah, that could work. And then I'll have some funky masking tape. Come on, words, Susan, words. I'll have some funky masking tape at the end as well, hopefully. Right, I shall speed you up through this bit because I need to do quite a few. I might pause you actually, it might be better. In a second, hang on. Right, let me pause you. Right, everything's masked off now. Took a while, but I'm hoping I've got it all covered. So these ones obviously have the big chunky pulls on them, so it's going to be interesting. I've never tried printing these before, so let's see how much mess we can get into with that, shall we? So yeah, I think I'm going to go with the neons, sort of funky colours. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll just chop and change, and anyway, I'll pop you on fast forward and you can see how they're going. I think you're pretty, I think that's about as close as I can get you. Anyway, here we go. Right, so the bags are all done. This might blind you a bit, so I apologise. They're up on the windowsill drying, which I can't get the camera to move. Yeah, they're up there on the windowsill drying at the moment. I will give you a full flip through. So So that's the fabrics done, the bags are done. So now I just need to do some papers, and the camera won't stay still. Here we are. Yeah, so I'm just going to do some papers. As I say, I've got sort of planning maybe 3 little journals. Oh, hello, you've gone right wonky now, hold tight. Oh, lordy. Oh, it's so good here, isn't it? It's so professional. Right, I think you're okay there. I'll keep an eye. I think it's decided to wander off. Right, yeah, so I've got, it's about a 120 GSM paper. It's nice, it's sort of like a thin card basically, but it's something that I like to print on when I'm doing journals and that. I don't know if you can see under here, I've got a piece of A4 paper which is the same size, so I can get a rough idea of where I want my paint to go basically. Yeah, so these are going to be Christmassy papers. So I've got out my blocks, my wooden Indian blocks here, so I'm going to do some stamping and stuff like that. So yeah, watch if you want. I've now run out of room, of course. Just shove those up there and I'll show you as much as I can, but yeah, I'm going to fast forward it because it might take me a while, because I need to cover both sides. So you look very wonky to me, but it's straight on the camera, so we'll go with that. Some of the things I'm going to use, I've got my transparent paints out, the Pebeo ones. Transparent? Yeah, transparent. I also picked up this the other day because Hobbycraft are doing on Galleria products, buy 2 get 1 free. So I picked up 2 gel matte mediums. I was going to get the gloss one, and then they did a varnish, and I thought, I don't know. And then I saw this iridescent medium. Never used it before. It's odd. It's like a really thick, gooey, I don't know, we're going to give it a go. Yeah, and then I've got this iridescent pearl Sennelier, which I've had for a while actually. It feels okay, so I think it's still alright. So that's going to be kind of like the background. I don't know really, I'm just going to play. I've got no plans. So anyway, we're going to chuck some paint down. And we'll see where we go. But it's a nice iridescent, well, it's pearlised, so it's pearly paint. There we are. So I'm going to sort of focus ish red, greens. I've got this one which is a peacock green. It's a dead cheapie. I think I've told you about this one before. It was from Home Bargains. Really cheap, but nice and transparent rather. So I don't know, let's just mess around and see what mess we can make, shall we? Because you know, I'm really good at making mess. Right, so this is quite thin. I think what I'll do is use the stars and that just to make a background. Not all over, just bits and bobs, because you imagine it's going to be folded in half. Let's see what we've got, shall we? It's just one piece of paper this time, Susan. Right, so let's just plonk that there. Yeah, they're going to be a bit more subtle than my usual papers. Usually it's absolutely bonkers, isn't it, you know? But then again, I might change my mind. I might go with the really loud colours. See, that's very subtle, but it's there. It's sort of like a bluey green. Cool, I like that. Right, so I'll do one side first and then put that there to dry, and then we'll do the other side. So yeah, I'll probably put you on a little bit of fast forward. If I change anything, I will let you know, as in colours and stuff. So I'm just going to use this iridescent pearl and maybe some red this time. Don't want loads. Right, here we go. Right, I'll show you the finished results. There's loads of it. Okay, right, we'll do the fabrics first. If I can make room. Look a hot mess at the moment. Okay, I totally agree. If you're looking at that and you're going, ugh. So the next step is stenciling, all right, and that's when they change. Let me just lift you up a little bit. You should be able to see. So it's that one. And the nice thing is, all nice and soft. They're not crunchy. So that's what that GAC 900 does. So. Again, looks a hot mess. Hasn't got the stenciling on yet. These are two that I've done previously, and again they need stenciling, so that's the ones that I couldn't show you earlier because the camera was in the wrong place. Just move those out of the way. Right, these are all the papers. Yeah, double-sided, just Christmassy basically. There's so much sheen on that. That iridescent medium, it says you can apply it over the top of dry colour to give a unique effect of light interference. So I'm going to try that through a stencil. It was really thick on the gel plate, so yeah. Yes, I know these are weird and wacky and they're not going to be everybody's taste. Quite a lot of you are probably sat there going, oh my lordy, that's hideous. But yeah, there it is. This is what we've got. There's so much iridescence in there. I don't know if you're picking it up on camera, but it's super shiny. I've done some plain, as you can see there. So yeah, I mean, once these are folded in half, that'll be right down the middle-ish. Again, I know they look a hot mess. They will be cool once they're all together. Yeah, I forgot I had those wooden stamps. So when I was moving everything, I thought, right, I'm going to put them in the Christmas box that I've got now. And see, I love this one. Look at the texture. Picks up off the fabric. It must have been one of the bags. I'll show you those as well. So again, lots and lots of... See, that's that light. I don't know if you can see it. That's that light interference there from that stuff. Really interesting. I'm going to have fun playing with that. Cool. There's very faint snowflakes in the background there. I can't actually see what you're seeing because the sun is so bright today. So, little tree there, and again that iridescence. It feels as smooth as silk as well. So I then started playing on my own, I'm afraid, with those texture tools that I made with the curtain rings. These are like cross stitch, the plastic cross stitch stuff. You can probably see it there. I love this side. That again is so, it's so smooth because that iridescent stuff. I love this one. That's such good fun. And these are more of a clean up paper, but yeah, I'll use them for, I don't know, covers or whatever really. That's one that I stamped off onto. Again, you got the texture there of the fabric. And again, that's another, oh, so smooth. That's got the trees in the corner. Yeah, that's that. So, order papers. These were the two sticker sheets. I've just stamped over those with black ink. So I'm going to draw things on there basically and then cut them out because they are whole sheets of stickers. So that'll be those. A couple more here. these are clean up sheets. Sorry about that floorboard. I know what it sounds like, but it's not me. Yeah, so this one is quite wet still, so I need to put that aside to dry on its own. And these are just run-off sheets, but again, you know, die cut out of that. Great. Another run-off sheet. Clean on that side. Excuse me. Another run-off sheet. And then this is the tracing paper. That worked really well, actually. So, yeah. Cool. I know, it doesn't look exciting, but it's fine. And this is the one that I use to clean up the big gel plate. So again, there's lots of interesting stuff in there. Right. Okay, last bit. I'll show you the bags and then we're done. I'll come back with another video when I start doing the there we are. So I've got to peel off the masking tape yet, but they're all dry. They feel great. Again, once the stenciling goes on, they just become a different animal. So, and stamping and stuff like that. I've got some stamps out ready, but I will do that with you, don't worry. This was all about getting a background, going from plain whitey cream canvas to to something that looks like something. So these, quite enjoyed doing these actually, just the bits and bobs, just picking up. So yeah, they're very different. That one, quite grungy, so just have to pick stamps that, or stencils and that kind of go with it. So yeah, cool. And that's two more. Yes, three more. So yeah, these have got the diners on the and the fluorescents. So cool. Look at that one. Well grungy. Yeah. I think that's it. Looking around, yep. That's everything. Right, you've seen everything. I will take a photo for my, what's it called, thumbnail. And yeah, I'll come back when I start doing the stenciling. I'll see you then. Bye.